Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. Today, guys, we're going to be jumping down into the charts for XRP, see what's been going on most recently and what I would expect to happen next. As I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. If you haven't yet joined us in Discord, links in the description down below. Fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there, so why not go ahead and check it out. Right, let's get into this. XRP paired up with USDT. This is the hourly chart and Binance is our data source. As we've spoken about a few times, we're expecting this E-wave with volatility, and I think I may have got something slightly incorrect here, so I'm going to kind of go through this with my new thinking with new data. Okay, cool. So I know this is a little bit messy, but there is structure and rhythm to what's going on here. So basically we have a large A wave coming down here. Let me clear some of this up of here, right? So we basically have this large A wave, this one just here, right? This actually comes down to our low point of 68 cents, and it runs from the high that we had up here at 93, okay? Now, in here, we have an A, B, C structure, okay, and the last C wave is 5 waves in itself. Basically, it's a 3, 3, 5, and the main thing you need to know here is it's basically A, B, C down, okay, or W, X, Y if you're actually going to use the correct lettering. But nonetheless, it is basically A, B, C coming down. That's what I prefer to call it. And that is an A wave down. Then we're looking for a B wave bounce. Now, originally, we were talking about this yesterday, saying, we should be heading on up towards our... to 80 cents, right? And I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking, no, that structure is incorrect because we've actually already lost this A wave low, okay? It's possible it's an expanding flat and we could continue to move up like that. However, under this particular structure right now, it's 5 waves going down. So what we actually have here is basically wave 1, wave 2, this is all wave 3. We'll wait for a wave 4 bounce and we'll pull back down again. Now, this is going to be the volatile element of the wave E on our daily chart, okay, and I'll get into that in a moment for those who aren't familiar. Now, when we see 5 waves coming down like this, let's actually just put this also in here as an ABC structure, okay, so we have the standard kind of move just going up here. So we have 3 waves coming down, 3 waves going up, 5 waves coming down. Essentially, this would be basically a 3, 3, 5 on a slightly larger scale. And we've been talking about 60 cent to 57 cent or 57 to 60 cent for quite some time. And this is now looking very much like it is on the road to that journey. Okay, there are going to be things that we want to be watching out for because this could be a much bigger structure. As I said, E-waves are incredibly volatile. We don't necessarily have any kind of strict rules about where we're going to place them and how we're going to get there, but what we are going to be able to do is count all the sub waves and give us a good idea as to where things are likely to end. So straight away I'm just going to mark up a couple of things on this chart. So I'm going to remove some of these old areas, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this up as our invalidation point, and it comes in at 73. So let me just move this up. Actually doesn't, it comes in, let me just find the exact price, it's going to be easier. If I actually bring this over here and grab that, we'll put it right down on the nose there. So 72.82. Okay, so that's our invalidation point. If we were to move up higher than 72.82 cent, then essentially it's not 5 waves. Okay, so if this 4th wave crosses that point, it's not 5 waves down unless it's an ending diagonal, which is another complex move that could be. But for the most part, it wouldn't be an impulsive structure going down or anything like that. It wouldn't be the 5 waves that we would expect to see inside this C wave, but an ending diagonal is a possibility. So we'll hold out on making too many judgment calls until we definitively know. And what I do is I just want to check one thing. It seems a little bit on the higher side. Let me just, yeah, it's a little bit on the high side. Let me just get this right on the nose because I think I got the wrong candle. There we go. So basically 72.66. That's better. So yeah, so that's kind of what we're looking at, right? And this will bring us right down into the spot. Now, the reason that I say it could be interesting because of the E wave and the volatility is this could be 5 waves down, and then we end up with another 3 waves up and another 5 waves coming down. Okay, that could take us down lower than our expected 57 to 60 cent range, and that basically would make the whole thing a 5, 3, 5 structure, and basically that 5, 3, 5 structure would be our C wave. Okay, so these are the things that we have to watch out for when it comes to these E wave moves, because they're not easy to read. Okay, right now we know there's 5 waves coming down, but we don't know whether that's going to be the complete end of it or whether or not we're going to come down even deeper. Now, as I kind of bring this back out into our daily chart here for a sec, bring this in, we can obviously see that you know, where we are, right, with big A, B, C, D, E, and the E wave obviously being down here, and we're starting the journey towards that lower target. It is possible that we do find that as the reversal point and we move on out of here, and happy days, right? We've hit our target of 57 to 60 cent. But with an E wave, we should really be thinking anything is possible, and we have to you know, look at these ones with extreme caution, because we could be all the way down here and it's still being a valid E wave. Okay, so we want to watch out for this, because again, so many different things that can break this. I mean, it wouldn't go that low, to be fair. It's probably going to be somewhere around here, maybe 50, if we really were to think about the maximum length that a C wave could go. But nonetheless, I do think that we are heading on the journey now towards this low. It won't be a straight line. We should see bounces in there as well. Obviously, we look for the 4th wave move up before we move on out of this range, essentially. So yeah, for the most part, that's all looking pretty good. Obviously, we know where this is going. Spoke about this yesterday, but basically 997, pretty much aligned to the entire crypto space. This is not unusual. It's not hopium. I know I do see the comments. It's not hopium or anything like that. This is technical analysis. And I know some people think, well, technical analysis is, you know, it doesn't mean anything. You know, essentially, you know, fundamentals are better. And personally, I think it's the other way around. I think there are some cases where the fundamentals can take control of the analysis and the technical analysis. But when it comes to Elliott-Wave theory is mapping people's behavior. It is not just tracking specific candle patterns. It is basically tracking your behavior. So your behavior might be based on fundamentals, and the TA that I'm doing here is tracking your behavior as an emotional investor. So therefore, yeah, technical analysis stands in my point. So whether you believe in it or not, it's entirely up to you, but essentially 997 is very much achievable. It's only 16x's, 1,600% from here to there, and again, that is very, very achievable. And I know if anyone says market cap, I'm just going to have to laugh at that point, but nonetheless, I'm not even going to get into that. Essentially, you know, everything that's going on with Ripple and the lawsuit and all that nonsense, I think, yeah, it would be better to have that kind of completed, but that's looking 2023 now at the earliest, although settlement could happen at any point. You know, it really does depend. In an ideal world, if we had the settlement or we had closure in the case, I think the crazy amount of FOMO would potentially even take it higher than the 1,600% overall. So I think there's a lot of things to kind of keep an eye on. I spoke about this yesterday. Check out yesterday's video if you're looking for more details on where I think things are going slightly longer term and all of that kind of good stuff. But for today, I just wanted to kind of really highlight that the 80-cent range is off the tables. We've actually had a really short ABC move up, and now we're in the next 5 waves down, and we have to track those 5 waves as a potential just static 5 waves down, or whether or not they actually become a 535 structure inside that C wave, taking us down lower than the expected 57 to 60 cent range. So keep an eye on it, guys. I think it's going to be an interesting time. Some discounts are going to be here for XRP for sure, and I think there's going to be some opportunities in the near future as well. So guys, if you found this useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done, and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.